lips. And if you don't know what I mean, Google Anthony Weiner, and you will see his lips go like this. They almost drop off the face of the earth.
Be careful when you do that.
Right. Nail biting, any sort of pacifying motion, anything where you're calming yourself, like you would do to a child that's sick. Sign of comfort or liking, pleasure. Engaging, happy feet. We talked about the feet moving up and down. Anything elevated, like your chin, your hands, you're getting happier, right?
Like
anything
shoulders
elevated.
in golf.
Arched eyebrows. And my most favorite sincere tell is a genuine smile. You have a genuine smile. I'm really happy to be here. I have a genuine smile.
It's tough, he's a Canadian though. So.
Exactly. but
We call it the dumb smile.
The most interesting tell about a smile is the fake smile. Now, that is usually done when you really don't like what someone's saying, but you don't want them to know. Does anybody have any example in the last 2 months of a fake smile being overused?
Hillary.
Yes! Hillary Clinton. You're going to jail.
Yeah.
Right? Who smiles when they think they're going to jail and they're being told they go to jail? But it's an interesting concept of watching somebody, and it's not a political stance, it's just a tell that she's exhibiting going, that's a weird place to smile.
Her laugh was the same thing.
Yeah.
And by the way, this is great, I'm glad kids are here. By the way, most kids these days don't pick up any of this. Do you know why?
Because it's social media.
They're like this. So I don't even know that my dad is so mad at me because I'm doing this because I don't see his face. So, and I predict that kids with social skills in 20 years will be running the world. Not kids that know how to use a computer. They'll be programming it. But if you don't have social skills and you can't deal with people, then you will not be a leader. Leaders have to deal with people. The other thing I want to talk to about is position. A 20-year-old kid asked me, I went to a party that was mostly business guys, there was one young person there, a 20-year-old kid asked me, he said, what advice do you have for me? I'm like, I have never heard a kid ask me for advice. By the way, that's something also you can do as a kid. But kids don't ask for advice, but it was interesting, he was surrounded by people, business people, and I thought I've never been asked that question, so I don't even know. And then I thought, you know what? One of the most important things I think you can learn in life is position. Careful, Joe. But what do I mean by that? Well, in poker, what position means, if he acts first every time, it's his turn to either bet or check, and I get to go last every time. I have a huge advantage over you because I have information. I know exactly what you're going to do. You don't know what I'm going to do. You don't know what I'm thinking. Okay? So, how can position be used in life? Well, when you guys were 7 years old, Britney Spears was probably not that popular at that time, but I can just imagine two girls out on the playground, 7-year-old girls using position. And there was and at that time, half the girls hated Britney Spears and half the girls loved her, right? So, do you like Britney?
I hate her.
Oh, I hate her too.
Oh, lady.
Right? I let you use position. I used my ability to give you the positions to go first to find out what you're like. And by the way, I've used that recently in this political election. Now, I'm a kind of guy that if you are on one side or the other, I really don't want to get in an argument, right? Because I cannot sway you. So my wife and I had some friends over, and we weren't sure who they were voting for. And she said, hey, don't talk about politics. But I'm thinking, it's actually a great way to earn a common bond with people if you agree, right? And so what I did is I said, I will not bring up who I'm voting for or anything. So I said, hey, what about this? This election's crazy, huh? I gave up no information, and everybody thinks it's crazy. And he says, oh, yeah, man, I can't believe this. Well, I didn't get anything from that. So then I say something like, I can't remember exactly what it was, but boy, I can't wait for it to be over. He goes, yeah, I can't either. I'm like, oh, man, I got nothing.
Still nothing.
Right, still nothing. But I'm trying to give the position to him so he goes first, and then and then I asked him another question. He said, boy, I can't believe Hillary's going to win this. Whew, okay, I think I got a little information here.
Yeah.
So now I can say, no, I can't believe it either because of blah, blah, blah. And he goes, yeah. So anyway, we started talking about politics, which I don't normally talk about, but I will if somebody agrees with me. So that's one way. Another great way to use position in life. Let's say you're going to work, and I know you guys all have companies, but just imagine yourself going for an interview. You're going for an interview, and you don't know much about this company or the guy. And he says, hey, a company will buy dinner, or I'll buy dinner, right? So you sit down, and the waitress or server comes up and says, hey, what would you like to drink? I would say, I don't know. I'm still thinking, what do you think? He goes, do you want some wine? Okay, I'll have some wine. Why don't you order the wine? Because I'll just let you pick. Okay, sure. And then he says, I'll have the Bordelais, the from France, and the Rothschild Caveat Emptor, something like that. I don't know, 59. What does that tell you? It tells you I don't know anything about wine. That's wine.
It's not cheap.
Right. But what else it tells you is that this guy already knows what he wants. He's a wine drinker, right? I've learned he's a wine drinker. I've learned he's probably a sophisticated wine drinker. I also can grab the menu and go, wow, he spent $150 on wine. I can think, wow, this company is doing pretty well, because I can't imagine that he or his boss would like him to spend $150 on wine. Now, imagine had they said, what do you want to drink? I'll take a Bud Light. He might go, well, I'll have a Coors Light, right? I picked up no information. I don't know anything. And now I've gotten position on him. Now, I'm not using this in a negative way. I'm just using it to gain information. And that's the great thing about poker, is to being in position.
So Tom, would
Yeah.
you think that in any conversation, to gain position, you really are better to be a better listener than to be the first
That
one
is the
talking?
point. You learn
Right.
so much more by listening.
Yeah.
Exactly. Imagine negotiations.
Yeah.
I know that this thing I'm selling, this piece of paper, is worth $500. I know it's worth $500. But you and I are going to discuss you buying it, right? I could say, I'll sell it to you for $500. I've given you position right now, because you're not going to pay me $500. Or I could say, hi, I really have no idea what this is worth. What do you think? What would you pay for it? Oh, $600? Oh, how about $700? Okay, $650, right? So I went last. I gained information on you.
Yeah.
And the last thing I want to talk about is time. And I like to inspire people, so I'm glad that you ladies are here. My wife's son, who I have known for 2 years, I've known her for 3 years, I've been married for 1, but I have known him for 2 years. Over the 2-year period of time, he has spent 1,500 hours on Xbox. 1,500 hours on Xbox. Now, you ladies are in high school. You know that if you take a high school class, and let's say that you want to learn Spanish, okay? You're going to take 4 years of Spanish, because I want to be really good at Spanish. You will spend 750 hours in either class time or studying. 750 hours. So now, when you get done with Spanish, you're pretty good at Spanish if you've taken it for 4 years. Now imagine taking 2 language classes, but not doing it at school, because you're already in school. But instead of that $1,500 hours on Xbox, you spent 2 750-hour timepieces trying to learn a foreign language, right? And one of the things that I can't stand is when people say, boy, I really wish I could do that. I would love to play guitar. I would love to learn piano. I would love to learn a foreign language. I would love to learn how to cook. How many people say that? I've said that. I said it to somebody, and I said, God, I would love to learn how to play guitar. And he said, oh, really? Do you have a guitar? No. Like, are you kidding me? I want to learn how to play guitar, and I don't own a guitar. Now, then I thought to myself, listen, I'm never going to say I want to do this or I love to do this unless I can commit 5 minutes a day. That's it. 5 minutes a day to something that you tell everyone that you love. Well, I did that. I got a guitar. I set the guitar by my desk, not in a case, set it on a desk in a stand. And I said, I'm committing 5 minutes a day. Well, my fingers hurt like hell, because it's like putting your fingers on razor blades. But 5 minutes turned into 10, 10 into 20, 20 into an hour, and an hour into I have no idea how much time I spent. So, what I want to do is show you guys what 5 minutes a day will do.
When did you start, Tom?
I started, I'm 56 years old. I started when I'm 51. And I started writing songs 6 years ago. And I'm not saying I'm great.
Is this your 5-minute session today?
This is it right here. Exactly. So I'm gonna sit here, I'll play you a song. So once I immersed myself in this, once I really started playing, I went to music conventions, right? I'm a CPA. Like, should not be interested in anything other than numbers. But I went to a music convention and thought, you know what, I don't even know how to play guitar. I'm gonna go to a songwriting convention. So I went to a songwriting convention. I met a guy that blew me away. We would get into a room like this and have a circle, and people would just play a song, and the next guy would play a song circle. I played mine. I couldn't even play, and he tried to help me play. For some reason, he liked me, and he decided to write songs with me. He is a freaking genius, but it goes to show you what 5 minutes where it can lead you. I like to sit down when I play, so I'm gonna sit down here. Okay. Now, I'm not that great of a guitar, so this 5 minutes didn't really. All right. So, you ladies are young. Most everybody else here in this room can relate to this. This song is about maybe you'd like to do life a little differently. It's called I Wanna Go Again. I'll lie down and I'll watch the clouds. I'll play my music way too loud. Next time I'll taste that first kiss, so I can take pleasure in the thrill that it is. A couple of times around the sun. I just got going. Is it almost done? Does this ride have to end? Is there a rule you can bend? I wanna go again. Well, I wanna go again. Take the money and the meetings. Well, I spend so much time just chasing dreams. Important things slip through my hands. Life just happens while I'm making plans. A couple of times around the sun. I just got going. Is it almost done? Does this ride have to end? Is there a rule you can bend? I wanna go again. Well, I wanna go again. In a hurry to grow up and old. Will I miss the mystery unfold? Will I learn the secrets of life? Far too late to ever get it right. So let me just try it once more. I'll do life better than I did before. I swear I won't waste a single minute. I will savor every second in it. A couple of times around the sun. I just got going. Is it almost done? Does this ride have to end? Is there a rule you can bend? Just this once, if you could punch my ticket then. I wanna go again. Well, I wanna go again. I wanna go again. If you would like me to help you possibly with your business, take a look at it, see if I can help you become more profitable, it might be worth 5 minutes. Thank you.
Tom, thanks.
Good.
That was very cool. Tom, you actually did that song, right? You're the one that wrote it?
The guy that I'm talking about.
Anybody have questions or anything? We got a few minutes.
Dying. Then I asked him if I could rewrite it so that it was not so somber and more of a positive outlook on things. So he wrote it, but we've written